With our animations and scenes prepped and ready, the next step is to export these animations for Unity. These can also be used for our game previewer. Now the way we're going to do this is via a simple script export to sprite sheets. So in Toon Boom Harmony, I have open our Nikki, and the version I'm using is the Idle No Sword. So to export to sprite sheets, I want to use our game toolbar. And if you don't see this, simply right click at the top of your menu here and come down and select game. Okay. Now I'm going to click and select the button that says export to sprite sheets. Now the first section is the select directory. So we're going to say where we want to save out these sprite sheets. So I'm going to click here to expand. And in my exercise files, I'm going to make a new folder, and I'll simply call it to Unity. And I'll click choose. Now the save name is very important. Our character is named Nikki. Now even though we have this particular file is Idle No Sword, we're not going to call it that. The save name will be Nikki because this is going to be the folder where all the different versions or all of the different stances or animations will be saved. So Idle, Idle No Sword, or if there's a jump or kick, all of them will be saved in the folder Nikki. Now, for the existing clips in the folder, it's a good practice to check Overwrite Project and Clear Texture Folder, even though there are no clips in this folder yet because we just created the folder. For project settings, this is pretty important. You want to have the unit scale at 21.33 and set it at the preset of 1 pixel, 1 unit. If this sounds a little bit confusing, I'll show you something really easy. If I change the unit scale to 1, all of a sudden it's custom. So how do we remember to get back to the other one? We simply go to the preset and select 1 pixel, 1 unit. And our unit scale is back to 21.33. Now for sprite sheet preferences, what you'll want to do is make sure the max width and the max height is larger than the largest sprite sheet resolution you have at the base. Because I only have 2 of these set up, I have an Ultra, which is 1024 by 1024, and a Retina, which is 2048 by 2048. I made sure that my max width and height was larger than 2048. Now it's a best practice when you're working on your resolutions as well as your max width and height. You'll want to set those so they're the exact same, so they're squared. So 4096 by 4096. I also have expand sprite sheet checked. Resolution type, I have it set to POT. We have checked reuse frames, and the threshold is 2%. Almost all of these are set up by default. When it comes to sprite resolutions, you'll probably have a few of these already there that come with Harmony. My suggestion is to erase those, and you can do that by simply clicking on the little minus button here and creating your own. Now, what you name these, you'll want to make sure that you speak with the person who's handling the Unity programming, and your resolution names are named as your programmer tells you they should be. And again, it's a good practice to make sure that everything is squared. So my Ultra setting is 1024 by 1024, and my Retina is 2048 by 2048. Now, with all of this set up, I'll simply go to Export. Now click down here at the base for export. And you'll notice this going through pretty quickly. But if you ever see this happening too quick or it's a quick blip, there is a possibility that there's something wrong with the export. Now we have that exported, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So I'll go to my Finder, and I'll open the folder to Unity. Here's Nikki, that is the save name. So if we expand this, we see here our sprite sheets for the Retina and the Ultra, as well as our various XML sheets. Now to take this one step further, I'm going to simply right-click and copy this folder, and I'll select my game previewer, right-click, Show Package Contents, and under Data, Streaming Assets, Harmony Resources, I'll go ahead and paste this, Command-V, and go back to our previewer. And if I double-click our preview, I've just got this set to 800 by 600 now. I'll click on Play. Now, if you notice, Space Duck and Wishling are here, but the one I'm interested in is Nikki. So I'll simply click on Nikki. And here's how Nikki is going to look inside of Unity. So we're able to test this out using the game previewer. And if you look at the top, this is the idle no sword animation we just exported. So remember, when you're saving your animations, you want to make sure that everything is squared, as well as you'll want to make sure your naming conventions of your sprite sheets match up with the naming conventions for your Unity project.